Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Sucharita, pranam. Today is the error correction actually. After 5 days of synonym and antonym, 5-6 days, today error correction is there. You see, in the field of invention, the credit goes to a man yes, it is clearly visible now. So you see, in the field of invention, the credit goes to a man who convinces the world with his arguments, not to the man who simply thinks. Here you see, my dear students, just a minute. So here, instead of a, there should be the, because it should be particularized. In the field of invention, the credit goes to the man who convinces the world with his arguments, not to the man who simply thinks. Okay? Have a look, my dear students. Good evening. Here, see, argument, vendetta, or you can say Sucharita, Barney, or Ramayini, or you can say squabbling. Chikolo, squabble, or you can say quarrel. Clear देखा हम देख ली इधर कोड करिए. Then come to second one. He claims to be a scientist, but in reality, he does not know even ABC of science. He claims to be a scientist, but in reality, he does not know even the ABC of science. Okay, he claims it is regarding article. Smriti, he claims to be a scientist, but in reality, he does not know even the ABC of science. Okay, next one. Her father forbade her to go to cinema with Mohan. You see, we generally use definite article the in the phrases going to the cinema, going to the movies, and going to the theatre. So you see, go to cinema is wrong. It should be go to the cinema. We generally use thank you. Thank you, Sucharita. Thank you. Going to the cinema. See, my dear students, have a look. Prescribe means forbidding. But forbidding, it's an adjective which means hostile, inimical. Okay, next one. He is an atheist, but today he is going to the church for offering prayers. Have a look. We do not use the before public institutions if the primary purpose of the institution is fulfilled. See, I mean to say, I am going to school. If you are a student, the primary purpose of the school, thank you, Sucharita, the primary purpose of the school is studying. If you are a student, then you should not use the. So he is an atheist, doesn't believe in God, but today he is going to the church for offering prayer. You see, church is meant for offering prayers. So if you are going to church to offer prayers, then you should not use the. Thank you, Sucharita. He is an atheist, but today he is going to church for offering prayers. Okay, then. It was an insight and perseverance of the lady doctor that many women were able to lead normal life. Have a look. Generally, we do not use the, we don't use the before abstract nouns. But whenever it is particularized, we can use the before them. Like honesty is the best policy. Here we don't use the before honesty, but it is the honesty of Mr. X which helped him. It was eke out a living. Eke out a living means survive. So like it was the insight and perseverance of the lady doctor that many men were able to lead a normal life. Okay, then Parul was also invited to the lunch hosted by the queen at her cottage yesterday. We don't use the. Yes, Sucharita, we don't use the before parts of the meals. That means we should say dinner dinner is taken at night, not the dinner. If you write the dinner, it will be wrong. But no, I have been, Sucharita, have a look. I have been invited to the lunch, but the dinner arranged by Mr. Sharma. It is right. So the sentence is right. The lunch will be right because Parul was also invited to the lunch hosted by the queen at her cottage yesterday. Okay? It will be right. Okay? Sucharita, the sentence is right. No correction required. Okay? Then, my parents sometimes comes to school to see the principal. See, I told you, if you are going to school for studies purpose, then you should not use the before schools. But if you are going for some other purposes, then you have to use the before school. I am going to school bracket student है. I am going to the school other than the student. So you see, comes to the school. My parents, these used here. Thank you, Sucharita. My parents sometimes come. This will be come because parents plural. You see, parent means source or origin, but parents means progenitor, जन्मदाता जन्मदात्री और begetter. Then in the conclusion it may be said that the writer has surpassed the ethical norma. You see, in the conclusion we should not say in conclusion, not the. Understand? In conclusion, it may be said that the writer has surpassed the ethical norma. Should not be. I have told you these not used before. I taught you in my fundamental class. I told you many things where we should not use the. Okay? Then there is none who can support you in this crucial period. 9. Tell me, Sucharita, what will be the answer here? Tell me. There is none who can support you in this crucial period. What will be the answer? It is not based on article. Yes. There is none who can support you. I am looking at your comments. There is none who can support you in this crucial period. Yes. Sucharita, मैं कहट गे देख मैं. If there is none, should be replaced by that. Because I told you, we generally use that after the expressions We generally use that after the expressions all, some, the same, the only, little, much, nothing, few, any, and आसीजिब बहुत शीघ्र आसीजिब काली आस जाइछि दो इट इज नॉट ऑफिशियल बट होम डिपार्टमेंट रे दीपक आई नो गोटे पिल्ला काली मेसेज करथिला जे सर वेरी सुन एसो नोटिफिकेशन इज कमिंग गेट रेडी हियर देख एठी नॉन अछि बिली वी हैव टू यूज दैट generally we use relative pronoun that after these expressions all that glitters is not gold all which he paribani because I told you after all we should use that understand tapre some the same way that will be used after all these expressions here you see none is there none means none is there so after that we should use that दीपक बहुत शीघ्र आसीबो गेट रेडी ओके इंग्लिश में प्रिपेयर हो जा 100 रखिबू द गेस्ट whom we are talking about have arrived are my top relatives you see we generally use an auxiliary or a verb for a subject we are is used for we have is used for guest and are should be used for who not whom or here you see are is used for we or here have is used who देखो पिला सब्जेक्ट गोटे गेस्ट अच्छी आ गोटे we अच्छी बट वर्ब तीनटा अच्छी आर अच्छी have अच्छी आर अच्छी तेणु गोटे वर्ब नहीं what is that instead of whom we should use who becomes a subject understand whom is object okay then he hates everybody and everything who reminds him of his blunder have a look my dear students here this is relative pronoun if the antecedents of a relative pronoun are person plus thing or animal we use that instead of who or which here you see first antecedent everybody stands for a person second antecedent everything stands for a thing so it should be that instead of who understand should be that instead of who because we find there are two antecedents out of which first one is a person and second one is a thing and as I told you if the antecedents are person or thing or person or animal then we have to use the relative pronoun that instead of who then who badalare I have used that okay my dear students today this much right now at 5 o'clock 5 p.m. I am going to take special class if you want you can attend we will discuss some grammar points there okay fine okay chalo my dear students let's go chalo thank you सुचरिता मोर सब क्लास कर तोर इंग्लिश है ना नहीं सुचरिता इंग्लिश टिकटे होउछि टी Okay, fine. Chalo.